Hello everyone, it's Miss Young. It's so good to see all of you again. Let's jump right into it. Today we are going to be talking about a new kind of art, and it is called pop art. And pop art, P-O-P, pop art, stands for popular art. So that means that you're taking something that's really popular, that might be really famous, and using it in your artwork. For example, here is a picture of Marilyn Monroe. Now, you may not know who she is, but at the time that this painting was made by an artist named Andy Warhol painted this. Marilyn Monroe was a really famous actress. She was in a lot of movies. She was very, very famous. So Andy Warhol painted this popular picture of Marilyn Monroe, and it's very, very famous. So pop art, again, is when we use lots of different popular symbols, things that you see every day, famous people, maybe famous movies, a favorite video game, anything like that, and you use it in your artwork. It's called pop art. Again, popular artwork. Here's another one. This is by Roy Lichtenstein. He's got quite the crazy last name. And Roy Lichtenstein, he really liked to create artwork that looked like it was straight out of a comic book, right? If we look at this, you would think that this was a page from a comic book. It looks just like one. But it's actually a really big painting on a large canvas. But he liked to use popular images. So, right, we see the airplane. That's something that we recognize. And he liked to make them look like they were coming out of comic books. And a lot of things that comic books use is, again, easy, simple images that we recognize. They like to use these really exciting words like wham, bam, pow, kaboom. They use these words in their artwork. And then they have these cool, like, crazy decorations that look like, they can look like clouds, it can look like flames, it can look like electricity bolts. In this particular one, right, this plane is crashing, so it looks like a bunch of flames coming out of it. But the main things he used were popular images, these words that pop, that make sounds, so wham, and then these decorations, these accents around the outside that makes the image pop, that makes them really stand out and be bold. So we're going to do the same thing in our artwork today. We're going to be using a popular symbol, a popular word, not a popular word, they're not popular words, but a word that pops, and an accent piece that makes our image pop. Okay, so let's put this off to the side. And let's get started on our artwork. So first things first, we want to put our name in the bottom corner, always. Miss Young. That way we know who did the amazing artwork, okay? And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to think of a famous or a popular symbol, right? So something that you see and you look at it and right away you know what it is. So I've already gone ahead and drawn a couple of popular symbols. Get it? Popular logos. And these should be some things that you recognize. Now, you may not recognize all of them. You may not know what all of them are. But I bet that some of them you do. This is a symbol from a really popular video game. It's called Legend of Zelda. And this symbol is called the Triforce symbol. But if you play video games, it might be a symbol that you've seen before. It's very, very popular. So that's one. We could do, I don't know how many of you use Snapchat or how many of your friends or family might have Snapchat. But Snapchat has that famous little ghost that is the symbol of their app that you can use on your phone. So you might use the Snapchat logo. That's popular. That's famous. Batman, right? So it can be a comic book character. It can be a character from a TV show or a movie. And this is his bat symbol. So whenever you see this, you automatically know, oh, that's Batman's symbol, right? It's a little tiny bat, but it's also in the shape of, you know, you see it on the Batmobile, you see it in his bat cave. It's very popular. You see it all over the place. Here's an easy one. This doesn't necessarily have to be from anything. It's just a peace symbol. A lot of people have stickers of this, maybe on their fridge, on the back of their car. You might see it on a t-shirt. You might see it in a movie, but not just any one specific movie. It could be anywhere. But the peace symbol is very, very popular. Again, popular pop art. If you've read Harry Potter, This is the symbol of the Deathly Hallows, a very, very important part of those books or movies, depending on which ones you've seen. But anyone who has read Harry Potter or loves Harry Potter or the movies would definitely have seen that before, so that's popular. Here is a symbol from a movie that recently has been very popular, Monsters, Inc. I know the first Monsters, Inc. came out a couple of years ago, quite a while ago actually, but I know the second movie just came out not too long ago. So you could definitely use this symbol. You guys don't have to be drawing these. I don't know if I said that already, but you're just watching and following along. I'm just giving you some examples of popular symbols that you could draw. You don't have to draw these. These are just for you to watch. All right, a lot of us might know this one. This is from the game Among Us. It's a very, very popular game to play on your phone these days. I know a lot of us have been playing it recently. So if you wanted to, you could even use the little character symbol for the Among Us guys, and you could put that in there. So there's one. Don't know if any of you have played that, but if you have, then you know what that looks like. Here's another one. This is a power symbol. It's just for turning on like any electronic, whether it's your phone, your computer, your I don't know, your iPad, your tablet. You know, you might even see that on, some people might even have that on their car. It's just the symbol that you would push to turn something on. It's the power button. So that's a popular symbol that people would recognize. This is Superman, right? I know a lot of us know him. His logo changes a lot over the years. The S always looks different with each new movie that comes out. So you might see one that looks a little bit different than this one, and that's okay. You can choose whichever Superman logo you want if you choose Superman. You don't have to do Superman, because you're going to choose one of these. It doesn't have to be one of the ones that I've drawn. You can come up with your own. It just needs to be a symbol that is popular, that everyone would look at and go, oh, I know what that's from. But you're just going to choose one. These are just some examples in case you're stuck and don't know what to choose. Nike, right? Nike's a very famous one. You'll see it on any of their clothes, any of their shoes. You'll see it on their TV ads. So that's one's very popular, very famous. Facebook. Almost everybody, it seems, has a Facebook these days. So that would be a very popular symbol that everybody would recognize. And again, like I said, my friends, you're just going to be doing one of these. And it doesn't even have to be one of the ones that I've done. The Apple signal, right? For our iPhones and our iPads, you'll see that everywhere. So, one more time, just to repeat myself, you can choose one of these that I've done if you would like to. You do not have to. You can choose your own symbol, but it's not a symbol that you're going to make up. It's a symbol that you see all the time, whether it's McDonald's, Starbucks, a superhero, you know, Spider-Man, and any of them, you get to choose. You can choose one of these, or you can choose your own, but you're not just making up your own random symbol that no one would recognize. It needs to be a symbol that you see all the time, something that's popular, because it's pop art, it's popular artwork. All right, so that's going to be your first step, is going to be choosing a popular symbol. Don't have to do it yet. Right now you're just listening and following along. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose one of those popular, those accent pieces, those extra details that we saw. Hang on, I'll show you in our book that Roy Lichtenstein used in his artwork, right? So down here where the plane is crashing, it has all these flames and all of these lines that are sticking out, and it makes it pop. It used bold colors and these dark lines, and they have this decoration piece that they've added around the outside of it. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to choose one. It can be like this. It could be a water splatter. It could be a spiky, like, electricity splatter. It could be, this looks like somebody shouting. It could be a cloud or a thought bubble. It's totally up to you. You get to choose. But you're going to be putting your symbol on the inside of one of those. Not yet. Not yet. We haven't started yet. I'm just giving you examples. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a word. Just like Roy Lichtenstein did in his artwork. He chose words. Remember when the plane was crashing, it said wham. So you can choose any kind of word you want, but it's a word that makes a sound. So pow, whoosh, bam, bang, pop, kaboom, smash. You're going to choose a word, any word, that makes a noise. Right? That when you read it, you know what kind of noise it's making. Like whoosh is like air going by, or bang if you drop a pot in the kitchen, or kaboom when a bomb explodes, or smash, if a window smashes, or pop, the way the sound that popcorn makes when it's popping. So you're going to choose a word that makes a sound. Again, you're going to choose one of our extra added detail pieces that's just going to go around our symbol and around our word. And you're going to choose a popular symbol. So those three things: popular symbol, added detail piece, and a word that makes a sound. All right, so let me show you some examples of some that I've did. Here's what my older kids have been doing. So they chose a popular symbol, right? So this is from Legend of Zelda. It's one of the popular video game symbols. They chose a popular word, a pop. Not a popular word, but a word that makes a sound. Popular symbol, word that makes a sound. So Legend of Zelda symbol and pop. And then we added these detail pieces around each one. Now, this looks like a lot, but don't worry. This is what my older kids are doing. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing just one instead of having to do 4. So we're going to do one like this. All right, so what I want you guys to do is, now we have our paper with our name on it. First, we're going to choose a word, okay? We're going to start with a word. I think I'm going to do bang, because bang's a good one, like a door slamming. Bang, right? So a word that makes a sound. You don't have to do the same word as me, but you can if you want to. Now, I did these in block letters, but these might be kind of hard for you. So, and it's okay if it is. If you want to try to make bubble letters like this, or block letters, bubble or block letters, if you want to try to make these, you can. But if those are too hard for you, that's okay. You can just make really, really big capital letters. Okay, so B, A, N, G. Nice and big. Goes across the whole paper. Make it as big as you can. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add that detail piece around the outside of it. Where did that paper go? Hold on. Oh, it's over here. Found it. We're going to add one of these detail pieces around it. I really like this one, but I also like this one. So I could choose between the two, but I think I'm going to do the spiky one. And I'm just going to draw these big triangles, big zigzag spikies around the whole thing. Going around the whole word with big zigzag lines, just like that. Alrighty, and then you'll notice that I like to add a little bit extra. I like to do 2 lines instead of just 1. So I'm going to go around the outside. Again, you can choose a different one if you want to do the popcorn bubble or the cloud. If you want to do the water splatter, you don't have to do spikies. You can choose. It's up to you. And you don't have to do the same word as me. If you want to do a different word, maybe ask an adult in the house with you to help you spell. You can choose whatever word you would like. Or you can use the same word as me. That's totally up to you. All right? So we have our word. We have the added detail piece around the outside. And then I'm going to choose a couple of spots to add my popular symbol. All right, so I think I've already done this one with the older kids. I think I like the Nike swoosh. I think I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to do my Nike swoosh, and I'm going to pick a couple of spots and draw it in wherever I have room. So there's one. It looks like a check mark. Maybe over here I've got room for one. Like that. And let's see, I've got room, I think I've got room right here. So I'm gonna add this popular symbol into my pop art. Get it? Popular symbol. Wherever I see I've got some room. Again, you can choose your own symbol. It doesn't have to be the same as mine, or you can choose the same symbol as me. It's totally up to you. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the whole thing in Sharpie, okay? If I'm going a little bit fast, don't panic, it's okay. No worries. I'm just showing you how to do this, and then you can use the time after the video is over, the rest of art class, to work on yours. So you don't have to be going the same speed as me. I'm going kind of fast just to show you guys what to do, and then you can work on your own. So we go over the whole thing in Sharpie. Now, I'm gonna skip ahead because I don't want the video to go too long, and if it's going too long, it's gonna take forever. So I'm gonna show you one that I did already, where I have the whole thing colored in. Okay, it looks like this. So I have my word, I have my added details around it. The only thing I'm missing is my symbol. So let me come in, and maybe this time I'm gonna do the peace sign. I like the peace one, that's a lot of fun. And I'm gonna just add that symbol, again, wherever I see room. So we have a word that makes a sound. We have the added detail around the outside. And then we have our popular symbol that everyone would recognize. And that is our pop art, you guys. It's so exciting. So cool. Lots of fun. Let's see, I've got room for one over here. If you don't have a Sharpie, it's okay. Don't panic. You can use whatever you have. Maybe a black marker, a black colored pencil, a black crayon. Any of those things will work. We just want to find something, or maybe even just, you know, draw really hard with your pencil and press down so it really makes a dark line. We just want to have them really stand out like that. Okay? So we have our word. We have our added detail. We have our popular logo. The last thing is coloring. Now, my older kids, I showed you guys this one already. My older kids, they had to do 4 of them. You guys only had to do 1. They had to do 4, and then when they colored in, they had to color them in like this. Okay, so they had to fill in all the white space. They had to choose 2 colors, only 2, red and yellow, and then blue and orange. So 2 here and 2 here, and they had to fill in the whole thing. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit more wiggle room. I'm gonna let you kind of do what you would like with yours. I'm gonna give you some freedom of creativity here. So we have our word, our added detail, our popular symbol, and here I have one that I've colored in. Now, couple of things that you'll notice. You'll notice I used 3 colors. I used our primary colors. Primary colors were very, very popular with pop art. A lot of pop art artists used primary colors: red, blue, yellow. Red, blue, and yellow. Okay, so you'll notice I used those colors. I didn't color in the whole thing, you guys. Now, I know you're like, Miss Young, we always color everything in. Well, with pop art, not always. Things were a little bit different with pop art. The artists would leave white space sometimes. So let's go back to our book. Let me find that page again. Doesn't take me long. I know right where it is. There we go. You'll see that Roy Lichtenstein, he left a lot of white space. He used a lot of color, but he left a lot of white space open. So I'm going to let you guys leave a little bit of white space in your artwork. All right, so I went in, I outlined the outside of my cloud here with blue. I went around the outside of my bubble or block letters with blue. I did red stripes on the inside, and I also did yellow polka dots around the outside here too. So that's definitely something that you can do to add, to make it kind of cool, to add some unique details. It kind of looks like it came right out of a comic book. A lot of comic books from back when pop art was a really popular thing was they would add these dots or these stripes to their artwork, to their words. Or if that seems a little bit too weird for you and you like to fill in the whole thing like we usually do, you can fill in your whole paper like this, okay, where you don't leave any white space, where you color the whole thing in. That's totally okay. It's up to you guys. I'll let you decide. But if you're going to do it like this, if you're going to leave white space, that's okay. But we still need to find a way to use as much color as we can around our artwork. All right? So that is your job for today. Let's go over it one more time, because I know I went kind of fast. You're choosing a symbol. It does not have to be one of these symbols. You can choose your own as long as it is a popular symbol, something that everyone would recognize, that everyone would see and go, oh, I know what that is. Okay, so you're choosing a symbol. You're choosing an added detail, an accent piece. So it could be a water splatter. It could be a bunch of lightning bolts like this. It could be a cloud. It could be a shouty bubble. It's up to you. And you're choosing a word. All right, a word that makes a sound. Popular symbol, added decoration, and a word that makes a sound. Okay, you're doing all of that in pencil or in Sharpie. And then once you have it down and ready, you are coloring it in, right? That is your job for today. I hope you guys are so excited to do these. They're so much fun. You're going to love them. I'm so excited to see how they turn out. But for the rest of our art class time that we have left, you get to work on these. All right? Great job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye.